It's about the friendships you make and how you grow as an individual. I had a high school teacher when I was a junior, I know you all are juniors, who told me life is a series of choices governed by priorities. And so the fact that you participate in this program, you're prioritizing being your best self. Academics, talent, interview, self-expression, and fitness. It's not about what happens at the showcase or the competition. It's about what happens leading up to the showcase and the competition. The goal isn't to turn you into a Broadway star or a fitness instructor or someone who can deliver a TED Talk. The goal is simply to help you become your best self. And as a parent, I want all three of my children to become their best self, whether it's through this program or not. This is an opportunity that not every young woman in our state gets. As you heard, many communities don't have a local program. And so those girls get to compete at large, but they don't have the program, which is where the real magic happens. In high school, you have work-based learning or AP classes or dual enrollment. In college, you have internships and practicums. And you do all these things to help yourself grow and to prepare you for the next step in life. Why? Because being your best self is a responsibility. I love to read. Brought a book. You love to read. You were sitting there reading a book. That's great. And there's a book that I read not long ago from Todd Henry. The book is called Die Empty. And he talks about when my time on earth is done, I want to make sure that I've used up every bit of talent that's inside me. So every one of you should make being your best self a priority. And DYW teaches you that. You are who you are. You're not who your friends think you should be. You're not who social media tells you you should be. You're not even who these folks tell you that you should be. The goal of Distinguished Young Woman is to take what you already are deep down inside, help you discover it, refine it, and then polish it. As a parent, here's what I've learned from DYW. My daughter is stronger than I thought she was. And I thought she was pretty strong. I'm not talking about the fitness, I'm talking about
That's pretty good too.
Number two, vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. One of the categories is interview. And when Grayson was down at state, we weren't able to talk during the day, but at night she would call us and check in. And they did the interview, I think on, I don't remember, Thursday or Friday, and she called us and she said, Mom and Dad, I bombed the interview. Why? Well, there was one question I couldn't even answer. And we said, well, what'd you say? And she said, something like, I don't feel confident enough to answer that question. Can you give me another question? So we chalked it up to her bombing the interview. Well, a couple nights later at the showcase, guess who won the interview? Being vulnerable is a strength, not a weakness. And then lastly, there's a community of people who are eager to lift up and support our children. I'm talking to the parents here. There's a community of people who are eager to lift up and support our children, and it is great for us as parents to be able to embrace that. So do you feel distinguished? I don't know. Not really? Well, you should, because you're here. Do you feel accomplished? You should. Do you feel appreciated? You should. You're about to have cupcakes, so that's good. In a world that glorifies busyness, remember, when you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. And I'm so glad you're saying yes to this. I want to read 3 chapters out of I want to read one statement out of this book that I started yesterday. My wife got this book for me. And it's actually the foreword of the book, not even, I love Adam Grant, the author, but it's the foreword from Sheryl Sandberg, the COO of Facebook. She writes, every day we all encounter things we love and things that need to change. The former give us joy, the latter fuel our desire to make the world different. ideally better than the way we found it. But trying to change deep-seated beliefs and behaviors is daunting. We accept the status quo because affecting real change seems impossible. Still, we dare to ask, can one individual make a difference? And in our bravest moments, we also ask, could that one individual be me? DYW helps you make that difference. Lastly, in the deepest sense of the word, a friend is someone who sees more potential in you than you see in yourself. Someone who helps you become the best version of yourself. That's what these guys do for you, and that's what you will do for each other. I'm so excited that you're here.